Good morning and welcome to this week's episode of the Pink Property Podcast. I'm Leo Bryan and I'm here as always with my business partner David Kirby here today. And this week is a little bit different to normal format. We wanted to share with you our business goals for 2021 and some of the areas of focus that we are looking at and to share them with you. So the first one, and probably the most important one, which we've really pushed on last year and want to continue to this year, is to remain productive and throughout this sort of pandemic difficult period that we're in, but to keep our families, our team and our customers safe, as we want to be able to survive. But we also want a business to come back to.
It's a funny situation, isn't it? Yeah, people still need to move, want to move. There's a requirement to move house, and we've got to facilitate that. But you've also got to be concerned about health and safety. Like you say, for customers and clients, but for me, you, our families, the team in here and their families. We need to be aware. Safety first.
Absolutely. So that goal number one for us. Number two, we want to continue to produce more helpful visual content, useful content. We've done a number of sort of videos and a series of podcasts this year, and we want to continue to produce that. We're getting some great feedback. We're able to cover off some good questions from customers, clients, potential clients every week, and we want to continue to do that through this year. So
and be really interactive as well.
Exactly.
So ask your questions through all the formats of social media, get your questions in, and we'd love to answer them.
It's nice to have that to and fro, isn't it? And
Absolutely.
continue to answer those questions. It's difficult for us when we're in it day in, day out. You sometimes forget the sort of common questions that might come up. So
people don't move very often. So we see it all day, every day, and we get a bit complacent sometimes. But actually, there's a lot of changes in rules and regulations on what you can and can't do, certainly in the lettings world. So ask your questions. Don't get caught out by not asking.
Definitely. It's such a rapidly moving market, isn't it? Number three, we want to help other local businesses promote themselves and try to help people bounce back in 2021 when they're able to. So we've done this a lot over the sort of COVID period in trying to help businesses promote themselves and promote either their takeaway service or their return to full service, and we want to continue to do that this year.
We're an independent independent firm, small independent local firm. We're having to fight through it, and we're getting supported by local businesses, and we just want to give back, really. It's all about helping each other, supporting each other, and getting through all of this.
Definitely. So, we've been able to build up a good brand presence and a good network, and we just want to be able to use that to good, and so to try and help others. So if there's anything that people are doing that you think would be useful to spread the word, please send it over. We'd love to try and help out, spread the word in all the areas that we operate. We've got lots of connections, and if we work together, we will bounce back this year and try and help fill the hopper again and make this year a good one and try and turn it around. Number four, we want to continue our focus in the business to move towards being carbon neutral, and this is taken quite a lot of research from our part as well to try and figure out exactly what we need to do in order to get there. But we've taken some massive steps, obviously at the very beginning of last year in centralising our operations, and making important changes to really think about our impact. And how we move around. We obviously invested midway through the year in the electric Mini, which has been a fantastic pool car for us, and for the guys to utilise on attending viewings and inspections, and we try and use it as much as we can. So and it's a fantastic car to drive. It's so much fun, right?
Good fun.
And so there are more things that we need to do within the business. There's been other stuff, but there are more things we need to do in the business to continue to work towards that. And I just want to put it out there. That's one of our commitments.
Absolutely.
We want to try and make that a possibility.
Investing in that, isn't it? Really, understanding what we can do as a business and what's feasible and not feasible in the estate agency world.
Yeah.
So, but the more we can do, the more we will. If anyone's got any ideas or thoughts or feelings, then please share.
Well, we were also talking this week about the possibility of carbon offsetting at some point as well, when we've done all that we can within the business realistically, and possibly looking at planting some trees and stuff. So I'm going to have a chat over the next couple of weeks with the owner of the estate and the farm that we work on here to see whether there is a possibility of us getting some land that we can do some active planting and actually try and put something back into the ground, which would be really, really exciting. So we'll keep you up to speed on how that goes. And then lastly, and probably most importantly, is we want to continue to raise the standards of our industry through the continued rollout of our business and the associate program that we run. We have successfully expanded the business, and the people that are operating as associates in their territories are providing what I deem as probably the best quality of agency that I've seen in such a long time. The service that they're being able to deliver and the reviews and the feedback that they are getting is incredible, and I want to continue to spread that. Yeah,
well, there's lots of new things available. Prop tech, the way we can do business, the way we can act and support our clients and customers. Too much of agency is still stuck in the 1970s and 1980s. We've made a move into the farm here, away from our 3 high street shops. We don't sell a product off a shelf, so we didn't see the point being in the town centre, in a place that wasn't accessible. We're now in a very accessible barn where you can park outside and come and sit, which is great. And that was the sort of start of, come on, let's change this industry. Let's bring it up to date, and it's great fun. The associates are working really well, and it's good.
Just want to keep that rolling out, really.
Yeah.
So that's our fifth and sort of big important goal for us to keep driving that and to massively increase on those numbers of territories that we're able to operate in, and get great people on the ground providing awesome service that's loved by everybody that uses them. So they are big commitments this year. That's what we want to do, put them out there to the public. But they're the things that we're committed to doing this. Yes. Be interested to see what sort of your goals are, if there's anything else that you think that we could be considering, and please share us with it in the comments below.
Absolutely. And, all good. Any questions this week?
Customer question. I've got one.
Cool.
It's a complex question. It's from an existing landlord.
Okay.
And it's with regards to the new electrical regulations that are coming into force in April. Basically, the question is, has the current COVID restrictions affected his ability to be able to get the inspection done in time?
Of course.
And there's a bit of a sort of couple of sub-questions. Is there a backlog in these tests? Are tenants refusing entry or causing delays through houses being occupied, homeschooling, things like that? And if he hasn't already had his test done on his properties, should he be getting them booked in now?
Yeah, so the deadline is still where it was. They haven't extended that or changed that or moved that. No, not at all, not at the moment. Okay. So that still is required to be done. Workmen are still allowed in your home, so contractors are still allowed to work and are still allowed to do that. Tenants refusing access could happen, and it wouldn't surprise me. That's something we're going to have to deal with, or you'll have to deal with your tenant at that stage and explain how important it is, because that is going to be a problem. What was the other question?
It was about should he get it booked now?
Yeah, I would. Is there a backlog? Yeah. So probably. We have a electrical contractor that we use to do all of our certificates. We spoke to them just before Christmas about this to make sure that we were ahead of steam, and gave them the list of all the properties that we need doing before the deadline, and other agents had as well. And there's a massive number. So yes, there is going to be a backlog. It's going to get tight. So if you haven't organised it yet, get on it now. So
if sort of landlords in the market that we don't deal with are having a problem with it, what do you suggest? Can you help?
Yeah, we can assist with that, absolutely. Yeah, the electrical company that we use have staffed up and have brought in more to their team because they have been aware of what's coming. So a lot of people will have already had this inspection done, because if you've renewed your contract, then you will have had to have had it done anyway. So yeah, hopefully a lot of people will have been ahead of time. We've certainly got more than half of our properties already have the certificate, but there will be a rush now to get them done, and it hasn't helped having COVID restrictions on top of it.
And not having it after the deadline, is that as serious at the moment as not having your gas safety? I.e., they're going to come down on you pretty hard if they're not.
Yeah, absolutely. And you also have the further problem that if you fail, or if it fails, which a lot do at the moment, you've got 28 days to get that fixed and sorted.
And you're liable for
not only have you had
moment,
that first inspection that's gone wrong, you then got to get your electrician back to amend it or fix the issue. So it's like a double hit. So not only are these inspections taking place, there's also a lot of work that needs to be carried out after these inspections, which is going to just add to workload and delay.
So yeah, that is a really, really poignant question.
Good question.
The time is ticking. If you need any help on it, or if you're struggling with your agent, or your agent hasn't even spoken to you about it yet, let us know. We will help you. We'd love to be able to help more landlords in the market. But if there is this is a big issue, and could potentially hold either a big fine or big ramifications basically off the back of it. So please have a think about that. Any other questions? As always, we love sort of that sort of to and fro, and as we said, please send a message over on any of the channels with a question. We'd love to answer some more for you next week. But that's all for us this week. Thanks very much for listening.
I'll see you.
Have a good Sunday.